The false promise. The world is selling you a lie. A comfortable, easy lie. They tell you to just be positive, to manifest your way out of suffering, to suppress your pain, ignore your anger, and paste on a smile while you're dying inside. It doesn't work. Welcome to dark wisdom. What if I told you the ancient Stoics, not the self-help gurus, discovered a profound psychological trick that doesn't just manage pain, but fundamentally rewires your relationship to it? A method so powerful, so liberating, that if it were a physical weapon, it might actually be considered illegal. This isn't about avoidance. This is about inoculation. And today we are going to reveal the one Stoic secret your favorite influencer doesn't know. The secret to never feeling pain the same way again. It all starts with a single, brutal distinction that changes everything. Part 2. The core philosophy, the Stoic arsenal. Before we unveil the secret technique, you must understand the Stoic mindset. This isn't a pillow to cushion your fall. It is a suit of armor forged in the fires of reality. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, weren't optimistic philosophers. They were strategic realists. They operated on 3 core principles, the foundation of all their power. Principle 1, the dichotomy of control. This is the bedrock. The dichotomy of control. Most of your pain comes from a single error, trying to control what is outside your circle, while neglecting your inner citadel. Epictetus, a slave who became a master of the mind, opens his Enchiridion with this: some things are within our control, and some things are not. Your opinion, your pursuit, your desire, your aversion, these are under your control. Your property, your body, your reputation, your position, these are not. The moment you internalize this, you disarm the world. An insult only hurts if you judge it as hurtful. A traffic jam only causes stress if you believe it shouldn't be happening. The secret isn't to stop the traffic jam. It's to stop the should. This is the first step to invincibility. Principle 2. Perception is reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. This sounds like a fantasy, but it's a psychological truth. The event itself is neutral. It is the story you tell yourself about the event, the judgment that creates the pain. A layoff is a catastrophe, or it is an opportunity. A breakup is a failure, or it is a liberation. The apple is food, or it is rot, or it is potential. The facts don't change. Your perception does, and therefore your reality does. Principle 3, amor fati, the love of fate. And this leads to the ultimate mindset, amor fati, the love of one's fate. It is not passive acceptance. It is an active embrace. It is looking at every obstacle, every pain, every setback and saying, this too, this is for me. I will use this as fuel. Nietzsche, who was deeply Stoic in this regard, later captured it perfectly. That which does not kill me makes me stronger. But the Stoics went further. They didn't just endure fate. They loved it, because it is the very fire that forges you. Part 3, the forbidden secret, the reserved clause. Now, you have the foundation. But this is what they don't teach you. This is the secret, the psychological trick that borders on the illegal. The Stoics called it the reserved clause, exceptio reservatio. In simple terms, it is the ultimate mental hack for ambition without anxiety. Seneca explains it best. He says, when you set out to do anything, you must add this clause to your intention. For example, you do not say, I will succeed in this business. That is a recipe for agony. Instead, you say, I will succeed in this business, fate permitting, or I will marry this person if nothing prevents it. Do you see the power of this? This is not weak. This is not a lack of commitment. This is the highest form of strategic intelligence. Without the clause, your entire ego, your self-worth is tied to an outcome you do not fully control. Failure destroys you. With the clause, you are 100% committed to your effort, but you are 100% detached from the external result. You have built a psychological safety net. You go into the job interview and say, I will give the absolute best performance I can. Fate permitting, you are now free from the desperation that repels hiring managers. You ask the person out thinking, I will express my genuine interest, if nothing prevents it. You are now free from the fear of rejection that creates neediness. This clause is the switch that turns off anxiety. It transfers your locus of control from the unpredictable external world back to the one thing you truly own: your volition, your effort, your attempt. Part 4. The practical framework, becoming invincible. The reserved clause is the secret key, but you need a system to wield it. The Stoics didn't just have a philosophy. They had daily practice, a drill for the mind. Here is the 3-part framework. Step 1. Negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. This is the most misunderstood and powerful practice. Negative visualization, the premeditation of evils. It is not about pessimism. It is a psychological vaccination. Every day, for a few moments, you consciously imagine the worst-case scenario. You lose your job. Your partner leaves you. Your health fails. You feel the sting of it. And then you realize something profound. First, you realize you would survive. Your mind starts to generate solutions. You become resilient. Second, and more importantly, when you open your eyes and the disaster hasn't happened, your life is instantly filled with gratitude. That car, that health, that relationship, they are no longer things you take for granted, but gifts you currently possess. This practice doesn't attract bad things. It robs them of their power to surprise and destroy you. Step 2. The view from above. When you are engulfed in pain, it feels like the entire universe. The Stoic solution is to change your perspective. This is the view from above. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of this. He would imagine the bustling markets of Rome, then the countless generations that came before, and the countless that will come after. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, your problem, your anxiety, your pain, what is it? This is not to minimize your suffering. It is to contextualize it. That stressful meeting, that social slight, that financial worry, it is a tiny, fleeting moment in the infinite expanse of time and space. This cosmic perspective dissolves trivial anxieties and makes even genuine tragedies feel like a natural part of a vast, impersonal order. It is the ultimate form of detachment. Step 3. Journaling in the internal citadel. Finally, the daily audit. The Stoics were relentless journalers. This is where you build your internal citadel brick by brick. At the end of each day, you ask yourself Stoic questions. Where did I let an external thing control my emotions? How could I have applied the dichotomy of control? Did I use the reserved clause in my endeavors? What virtue, courage, temperance, justice, wisdom did I fail to exercise? This is not self-criticism. It is a strategic review. You are the general of your own mind, analyzing the day's battles to better fight tomorrow's war. This practice transforms philosophy from an idea into a lived, embodied reality. Part 5. Modern application and conclusion. So, let's bring it all together. The secret isn't a single magic pill. It's an operating system for the mind. When your startup fails, you don't crumble. You use the reserved clause. You gave your all. Fate did not permit it this time. You retreat to your internal citadel via journaling. You regain perspective with the view from above. And you use negative visualization to see that you are still alive, still breathing, and now armed with experience. You have not avoided the event. You have become invulnerable to the pain of the event. You have transformed suffering into fuel. This is emotional invincibility. This is the dark, untamed wisdom of Stoicism. It's not for the faint of heart. It's for those who want to be unbreakable. If you're ready to build this inner fortitude, to become a master of your own mind, subscribe to Dark Wisdom. We are just getting started, and we will continue to decode the forbidden knowledge of the ancients. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. And now, I turn it over to you. In the comments, I want to know, which of these techniques, the reserve clause or negative visualization, do you think is more powerful for modern life? The conversation starts below.